nothing like living a simple life. Something out those aches and pains from working on the farm.
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Today it's time for part 2 of this. This is the frame for the greenhouse. In part 1 we built the deck, and in part 2 you'll see some picture montages as I assembled this unit. My wife pretty much did most of this herself. Good for her. It was not overly complex, but it was, I don't know. I think the build quality of these things is pretty interesting. You know, they don't have a lot of rigidity to them until they're almost fully assembled. And, you know, that's engineers for you. They build something that works well when it's finished, but seems a little sketchy as you go along. As you can see here in these pictures, assembly was pretty much bolts, nuts and bolts. The bolts slide down in. You attach the nuts in the right location. There's a lot of cross bracing. Very little plastic, just this 2 pieces on the front side and some pieces for the sunroof and for the door, but most of it is metal or aluminum. It's a powder coated or painted green. Now the glass, or whatever you want to call that, polycarbonate I think they call it, is thankfully very flexible. It was really easy to work with. You know, I was a little concerned that maybe it would be brittle or that it would, you know, have some issues, but it really didn't. It just kind of worked. So I'm just gonna let the slideshow continue and you'll see the finished product, but I can't wait to use it in the spring. This was something we were going to build, you know, maybe in February or March when our hands would have been frozen, but we had a couple of really nice weeks here long after the weather was supposed to change, so we went ahead and knocked it out. Of course, over the winter I'll build some shelving to put all our plants in there, and it'll be ready for us in, you know, or April. We'll get this stuff out there in April, which gives us an extra month and 2 weeks. I guess she was a little upset about that part. And yeah, so I'll be looking forward to it. Of course, I'll give you a follow-up video in the spring when we start actually planting stuff in here and let you know how it's held up through the high winds and heavy snows of winter here in the mountains of North Carolina. But I have no reason to believe that it won't do quite well. Till next time, my friends, take care.